How's it going, everyone? This is Martin Ross, and today we're exploring Zource Bangerz. So Zource Bangerz is my new expansion to Zource. So just some information for those who purchase Zource. If you purchased it within the first month it came out, you got it for free, and those who purchased it after, you get it half off. And please check your email if you did purchase that. Just a heads up, guys. Anytime you purchase the main Zource, you get all expansions and future updates for free. Alright, so what is Zource Bangerz? So Zource Bangerz is focused on today's style music of hip-hop, trap, R&B, neo-soul, trap soul. So anything that I heard on the radio, I tried to recreate those sounds. And with those sounds, I recreated it in a way that you can have full control of those sounds. So what I mean by that, let's take a look at the raw 808. The raw 808 came from the Roland TR-808. These are the raw samples that I recorded, no effects, just straight raw, and I'll show you why. So we got my kick, very basic kit, right? Well, let's do what they normally do. Let's add some distortion, right? Let's get some drive on that. So now you have full control of using the default stock VST kits or plugins there for you, or you could use other plugins to make your sounds a lot more intricate. So that's why I made it raw, so you have full control of using your effects. Now this is enhanced for machine, obviously, but you can use it for Kontakt and Reason. Alright, now what are you getting when you get this package? You're going to get 10 straight up from machine, 10 projects, pre-made projects. And in these pre-made projects, you're going to get samples, not samples, but how the samples work, how I used them, and you see how I mixed them and made them work together. So that way you can get an idea of how to use your sounds in the future. So right here I've got the Banger project, which is available in Zource Bangerz. So I'm using my popcorn and my booming kit with my 808 and some synthesizers to get an idea, and I'm using the voice the voice synth in there for you guys, so you can get an idea how to use it. So again, guys, the projects are just ideas that you can actually use to record if you like it. They're royalty free, so you can use it for your EP or album, whichever you prefer. And that will just give you an idea of how Zource works. So Zource is not just a sound library, it's also for artists that want to use the projects too as well. I will have my sample loop library coming soon with Zource. I'm going to get all the expansions and stuff done for you guys, so that way you can have an option to take a look at, add, or take away from that. But I will have the loops available soon, so if you purchase the original Zource, you get all loops for free. Alright? So let's go into the sound kit. So the sound kits, those are going to be really what you're going to use for. I got my 808s, so I got really good. So I got some 808 distorts, I've got glided 808s, I've got punchy 808s, which are kind of my favorite. So that attack just hits it right there. And it's, you know, like I said, it's all, these 808s are all designed for you to change to make it the way you want. And I got some real low sub frequencies on my 808s. I got some airy pads. So a lot of people love the pads. The pads are pretty much key to trap music. So everybody loves the airy pad sounds. I got some strings. Just a basic things there, and then I got some leads. I love this Banger lead. Now you hear that and you say, well, this is kind of like, it's kind of dingy or very not dressed up. That's why I don't want to dress up the sounds, so that way you can have the choice to dress up the sounds, because the idea of this sound kit, this sound library, is for the producer to have more control. And I've said this before, but every time I came out with or saw a sound library, I noticed they always dressed up the sounds, and it's like, no, I love this sound, but I wish I could take out the reverb. So going through all that, I decided when I created this sound library, I'm not going to have so much, you know, effects added to these things, so that way you can have the control as a producer. So what I did with this sound was I added a chorus and a beat delay. So it sounds a lot fatter, thicker, and it gives you the control to do so. And that's what I set out to do. Now, in this one, I really focused on my piano. I really wanted you guys to have some pianos. So I came out with a dithered piano. And what the dithered piano is, it's a lo-fi piano that's around, I believe I had it to 8 hertz. So it gives you that kind of that Drake sound a lot of people were looking for. They were asking me about the Drake sound. So the keys help you, give you that kind of old school sound. And I also gave you guys also a basic piano, something very simple. So that's just a very basic piano. It allows you to have control of the ADSR, so when you go into your ADSR you can have it slow or fast attack. So that's why I did that for you guys. So before I wrap this up, I want to talk to you about making those sounds, kind of giving them that different type of feel to it. So a lot of people like the Migos, and the Migos uses this dark trap filtered sound. Now, this treble synth, it doesn't have that. You'd think, oh, it doesn't have what I'm looking for. But the trick on that one is, let's just put a filter and distortion on that one real quick. Let's filter this bad boy out. Let's low cutoff filter. So now look, we get that low sound out of it. And now let's add distortion to it to give it that trap feel. So now you got that dark, heavy, distorted trap feel. So with that being said, that's what Zource is going to provide for you guys, is the ability to manipulate your sounds the way you want to, and it also allows you the freedom of your mixing. So again, I made sure that you guys had the control of the mix, because a lot of the sounds were pre-mixed, they're pre-mastered, and it's kind of hard to do that because you have no headroom to work with. So when I created these sound libraries, I made sure that I tried to keep the sounds as raw as possible, less reverb. And some might have reverb on it, but that's because that's the sound, the style of the sound. But again, I try to avoid adding effects to all these to give you the control of your instrument. So thank you guys so much for checking out Zource Bangerz. In the future, we're going to be doing some projects. So I'll do projects with this exclusive sounds, and it's for you, the owner of Zource Bangerz, to use for free to make it work for you and your production. Also, please check out my previous video, LMA trip. It's using all Zource sound, and I want you to check that out, how the sounds work. So that way you know that these sounds aren't just cheap sounds. These sounds are sounds that actually you hear on the radio, the sounds that you're probably looking for. I want to thank you guys so much for checking me out. This is Martin Ross. Please like, comment, subscribe. Most important, share. Now, everything that I talked about, the links are in the description, so if you want to get Zource, please look in the description below, so that way you can see what I have to offer. And please check me out on Instagram at I am Martin Ross. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Martin Ross. Take care.